Okay, hello Gemini. Let's get started on your reading today. I've meditated on your energy and cleared the space, called in the angels and my spirit guides and your spirit guides. While tuning in to the collective of Gemini, I just kept hearing movement forward, and I was also seeing butterflies being significant. Let's see what wants to come out through the angel cards to get started. Let's see. We have Zora in the background here today. Love my little queen. Life review. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Outdoors. Get outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Ooh, 2 cards. Victory. Wow. Oh my gosh. Victory. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So, life review. Outdoors. Victory. And we also had overcoming difficulties pop out. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Mountains could be significant if you see those in the background. And then we also have brilliant idea. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea into fruition. So really powerful right out the gate. I have been feeling like really lit up doing your readings lately. Even last month, just some really electric energy, and you can even see it like with that lightning. Just very electric energy. All right, so I hear my phone beeping. Let's turn that off. Let's get into your reading for August. Let's see what wants to come through. I feel like Spirit is calling you to be present. Maybe some things that came up in the recent past are kind of redirecting you into a new direction. And overall, you are receiving downloads maybe about your future now that you've kind of assessed where you're at. And I feel like you're moving in a really good direction. Yeah, the outdoors, I feel like needing to connect to nature, but I'm also just picking up this could be career oriented as well. Maybe something about working outdoors. Okay, let's get into the reading. I will, once I get all the cards out, I will tell you all about them. Okay. Okay. Okay, wow. So I'm getting this energy of like a lot of like kind of like ups and downs, but not in a bad way. It's like you're like shifting timelines very rapidly. Got that 8 of Wands, fast moving energy on the bottom here. Queen of Cups, 6 of Cups, and the Strength card. So I feel as though, looking at just the totality of this reading, you have the 3 of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and then the 3 of Swords, as well as the 10 of Swords to the 9 of Cups to the Ace of Cups. So, I get this sense in the past that you could have had a past life soulmate come in to your life in the recent past. And I feel like this could have been a karmic situation that you're overcoming with that Strength card and just the energy that we have moving forward of, we'll pull, which one do I want to pull from? I'm being told to pull from this one, so I'm going to do that. But let's see what the Six of Cups is before we go any further. Let's look a little deeper into that. Exactly what I thought. Exactly what I freaking thought. Someone from the past, the Ten of Wands, and the Death card. Someone from the past who could have, who I think was a karmic relationship, and not all karmic relationships mean that, so I guess I should be careful about using that term, but, they're not inherently negative, but they're from our past life. A lot of the time they can be, situations that aren't meant to, I guess in the definition that I'm using right in this moment, but situations that aren't meant to last, but it's like they come back around in our lives now so that we can learn the lessons that weren't able to be finished out in our past lives. And maybe I'll think about a different way to describe those in the future, but in essence, that's what I am picking up that you're dealing with. It's almost like your soul manifested this experience, though. And it's like you needed this experience to be able to fully step into your power. Yes, this message is coming through really strong and clear now. I was kind of struggling with Taurus's message, and I think that's like unrelated, but to this reading, but it was like basically them, it had to do with them. Anyways, it was like an energy I was picking up on. But wow, that Ten of Wands and that Death card. So I feel like this situation became a burden and you went through a death and transformation because of it. And ultimately it's leading to what you manifested, which is stepping deeper into yourself, your authenticity, and your power. Leading you to better situations. But I do also want to say that these things, you called this in. This is a part of your soul's journey. And this is also a mirror of your own energy. Hey, miss, we're not going to do that right now. Hold on. Okay, so I'll probably cut this part out. It's 7:30. Okay, sorry, my dog was barking at the door here. But so to continue that is you are stepping into like this beautiful, abundant version of yourself. And in the present moment, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Judgment card, like I showed you, and this Three of Swords. So this could have been a third party situation. Getting a lot of like, obviously with the three energies, but I feel like you are dealing with this heartache, but you're also collaborating with other people and coming into this deeper sense of awakening. And this relationship had a big part in your evolution. And it's not so much about the person, but the lesson that you learned through the situation. Let's pull one clarifier on this Three of Swords, just to, I don't feel like it's having like this huge impact on you at this time, but I want to see kind of, just like how it's showing up for you. Two of Swords, yeah. So I feel like this is something that you're trying to really go within and deal with in your own time. Do you see how she's like covering her heart as well? It's like you're protecting your heart and you're going within and pulling your energy back in. But I get this sense that you're like dealing with the heartache in your moments of solitude in your quiet time. But what you're really focused on is this awakening and collaborating with other people and stepping in to this new version of yourself. And we do have the Lover's card, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles underneath. So I feel like through healing this pain, you're going to be calling in new opportunities and choices based off of a place of inner security and knowing and understanding your self-worth. So I do feel like I'm talking to divine feminine energy, regardless of gender. So just to let you know about that. Sign-wise, I'm definitely picking up on water energy. But I feel like that's because there's kind of like dealing with a lot of emotions here. But that could be one of the signs you're dealing with. Specifically seeing Scorpio here and Leo energy. But I don't really love mentioning the signs because I don't want people to get too caught up on it, especially if it's not super loud in a reading, and it's not super loud in this reading. So when I notice that, I feel like it's more of like the energies that we're dealing with rather than a focus on a specific sign. And I just want to mention, I feel like specific signs come out for a reason when we're meant to kind of get a deeper message about a certain person or situation, but this feels more focused on you and your journey and less about the catalyst of this journey. But we pulled the Eight of Cups. So yeah, walking away and walking towards that Ace of Cups. Really beautiful energy there. So the Ten of Swords in the future, the Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. I feel this situation might turn its head back around. Let's pull one card on this Ten of Swords just to kind of see what that's about. But what I'm picking up on psychically or intuitively is that the situation will come back around, but it's coming back around to put it to a full end. And that will be this moment of like the worst is over. And it's almost like the universe is bringing this back around, and we are in a Mercury retrograde, so that's very possible. But so this could be soon, in the near future. Definitely could be in the month of August. We can look a little deeper into that. Before we keep going, there's just a lot coming through right now. Let's just simply look at this Ten of Swords and see what that's pertaining to more so. Let's see what this Ten of Swords is pertaining to. Whoa, that's too many cards. So I feel like it's just the weight of my deck right now and the way those lots of cards came out. Yeah, I feel like this is shifting so much energy underneath the surface. Like this Ten of Swords is shifting so many timelines underneath the surface. And I'm picking up on generationally speaking, like a lot of the relationships we attract in this lifetime are reflections of not only like our past lives, but also like our current lives and the generational patterns within our lineage and our DNA. And it's like you, through this Ten of Swords energy, you are literally like clearing so much energy and so much. I can just see like all these different, like the divine just like moving all these different parts into place once this energy is closed out. It like shifts you into a whole new reality. And what I pulled to clarify that Ten of Swords was this. Look at that Queen of Pentacles and that Hierophant card. So this is not only bringing you into a deeper sense of stability within yourself, Queen of Pentacles energy, but it's also bringing in new relationships that are coming from a place of nourishment, earthy energy, nourishment, nourishing for the soul. And look at that. We have the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups following that Ten of Swords. So it's like close out that cycle in the past and open up to not only offers and emotional fulfillment on the external, but also that internal abundance, that internal emotional stability and understanding yourself on a deep level, which once you have that peace built within and this more like once that energy pours in, it's just like endless abundance pouring into your life. So that's super exciting. What else do I want to look at? And we got the Emperor card on the bottom. Wow. Okay, let's kind of take a look at So sorry. I'm gonna pull cards on these past cards. I'm using my deck now that I like to use to look kind of what's going on underneath the surface. So with this Queen of Cups, going back to the beginning of the reading, we have that Queen of Cups, the Six of Cups, and this Strength card. Overlaying the Queen of Cups, underneath that was the Five of Swords. So I feel like you may have manifested this old situation into your life from this place of only knowing situations where there was imbalances between the masculine and the feminine energies there, regardless of gender. But you manifest that to break this energy up, to clear that energy. And let's see kind of the same for the Six of Cups. King of Wands. Yeah, so this person could have been a fire sign or just like a very fiery person that you manifested. And let's look at the Strength card. They could have came off to you as the King of Wands. The Strength card. Two of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Wands. So again, I feel like this situation ended up not being something reciprocal and maybe cause a lot of like, I always get this sense with this specific Seven of Wands card in this deck, this feeling of like mental burdensome. But yeah, also you overcoming this and creating better boundaries for yourself. But ultimately I'm also picking up on like, sorry if you can hear the sirens going off. I'm also picking up on this energy of like this teaching you about boundaries and teaching you about the sacredness of your energy and you needing to understand your own power. You needing to understand that you can't like leave if someone's confusing with you or unsure about you, regardless if this person's meant to be your person or not, which I don't really feel that that's the case in this situation, but more so understanding that you need to walk away from anything that's not serving you or anything that's like disrupting your peace and understanding your own boundaries more clearly, and collaborating with others, like coming at it from a place of this is where I stand, this is what I want, this is what I need. And if someone's not able to like match that frequency, closing that cycle out, whether it's just being like, okay, like that's okay, like you can't meet me where I'm at, like I understand, but I'm going in this direction. And that doesn't mean you can't like be friends if that feels nourishing, but ultimately choosing yourself first and aligning with love rather than coming at it from a place of lack or fear or needing it to make you feel stable or chosen. So that's a really deep message for somebody. And I recommend that message really aligns with the ancestor message I did the other day. So if you're interested in that, I will link it below. It talked a lot about stepping into a new paradigm of love that is nourishing rather than love that drains us or makes us question our worth or anything of the sorts. And the last thing I want to say about that is just when you do walk away from something, if it's meant to align with you in the future, it will. Otherwise, it's okay if those things were just meant to catalyze your growth. And the universe can test us with things like that to be like, are you going to allow the same cycle to play out, or are you going to move forward towards an unknown future that has potential to be more fulfilling? Wow, that was a big message. So that Knight of Wands on the bottom, I want to take this reading now into the extended. If this aligns with you, feel free to follow me over there and I'll see you then. Otherwise, I hope to, if I don't have you follow me there, I hope to see you guys soon. All your needs are linked in the description box below. Bye.